All right, well, we're here with Lee Rosa, and I want to help you get to know Lee a little bit better. So Lee, take us all the way back to when you first started in real estate. When was that? What did that look like?
Yeah, so it was July of 2005. I joined a brokerage that taught lead generation, and got in, was taught dialogues and speak to people that you know, and after you speak to people that you know, you got to start speaking to people that you don't know. So built my business at 24, 25 years old, calling for sale by owners, expireds, and building a database. Just in time for the market to implode in 2000, right? So 2007, the company that I was with closed its doors.
Sure, that happened a lot all over the country.
Yeah, absolutely. And then came over to a different brokerage, and I just continued that. Now over these years, learning the short sale and foreclosure.
So you went after immediate business. Hey, short sales are all over. All right, you're from South Florida.
Yes.
Yeah, so South Florida got hit. Florida in general got hit hard in terms of the market.
Yeah.
And so you started working that type of business.
Yeah, absolutely. And learned that short sales, you'd have to sell a home 2, 3, maybe even 5 times before you would get paid. And so during this time, I had built $60,000 in debt. And knew I knew how to sell real estate, and I was just a product of that time. Paid it off, and since I'm such a quick learner, I built $30,000 in debt right after that, and and that's when I realized my first big why, and that was. So this was 4 years into the business, and I had realized that I needed to make the move back to South Florida. I had built my business in Orlando, and I went to a buddy of mine who we started back at the beginning, and I said, hey, I'm moving to South Florida. He said, I am too. And so we came together and formed a business partnership that started in 2010. And we then, in 2011, sold 111 homes, our first year together.
Wow. So you essentially probably took what you already knew and were doing, and of course I'm sure your business partner had a similar mindset to you, otherwise you wouldn't have gotten business together. And how did you sell that many homes the first year?
So when you take lead generation and then you take systems and you put the two brains together, what happens is you now take advantage of leverage, and everything just exponentially grows.
Was that around the time you and I met? Was it 2010?
Somewhere around there.
The market was in the tank kind of thing? And then, all right, keep going, I'm sorry.
No. So 2011, we moved to South Florida, and we sold in Orlando and Miami at the same time, 3.5 hours apart, from 2011 to 2014.
Okay, so for 3 years, you kept both businesses going, or at least you kept Orlando going until you got South Florida to where you wanted it.
Absolutely. We realized that the price point in South Florida was a little bit more advantageous than Orlando. And also during this time, Orlando was still depressed, while South Florida was on its rebound. And so beautiful part when made the move, debt-free, down to South Florida, back with family. And we then went through coaching companies, had coaches, and went through all the trials and tribulations of up and down markets and growing together. That's then when we brought our administrator on, who's now been with us going on 13 years. And I stepped away from sales to run the brokerage that I was at. So I run a 170-person real estate office, going up to 200. And our real estate team of 6 sells around 100 homes a year. And
by the way, at your price point, 100 is really good, right? Because I mean, South Florida, the average price is like 600,000.
It's a wonderful place to be. All wonderful problems to solve. And really pouring into people and retaining our team members is one of our most important tools for my partner and I in our operations.
So you understood sales, you mastered sales so well that you are at that time felt like you were in a position to teach others to do the same.
My passion.
Yep.
Yeah, my passion really is to pour into others.
Yeah.
I come from a family of educators and business owners, and so kind of piecing that together, teaching, training, helping, growing is really what fills my cup.
And what's nice about it is you've done it. Where there's a lot of coaches out there that just talk or regurgitate some other coach's information. You actually did it. You got your business to where you wanted to be, and still to this day, you're still operating a team selling around 100 houses a year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And leading a large brokerage.
And leading a large brokerage and pouring into the top agents in that brokerage and watching them grow. And with that said, it's one thing to say, hey, you lead and train agents, and yet the Miami Board of Realtors has a status called 20 under 40. And the last 4 years in a row, I have coached an agent that has landed on the top 20 and 40.
That's pretty cool.
Top 20 under 40.
Yeah.
And that's just a testament to finding those that are coachable, pouring into them having blind faith in the systems of the things that I've done, walk the walk, and watch them grow.
So how is your experience in leading a team? How does that help you in running a brokerage and training and coaching agents?
Yeah, well, when you do it and have done it, it just is second nature. And so there's one thing to say, hey, do it the way I do it. But when you're a student of the game and you understand models and you can teach people models, well, the model, then you add creativity on top. So with the experience that I have, the experience of and the passion that I have to still go out there and help buyers and sellers to pour into the agents with them going, okay, well, I can do that. And then educating, motivating, and away we go.
So why Glover you? Obviously, there's a lot of great options out there. We have a history from years ago, but we kind of lost touch over the years. So what caused you to come back in?
Yeah, well, the camaraderie, the energy, came to the first event and went, this is special. There's one thing for it to come from, hey Lee, come check out Glover U, but it's also to be in the crowd and see what the crowd is experiencing, what the audience is saying, but most importantly, what those are saying on stage and from their experience of being coached and trained by this organization.
Makes sense to me. And I'm glad you made the choice, so thank you.
Yeah.
Last question I have for you, Lee. If I'm watching this video, I would wonder what your answer is to this question, and that is, why should I coach with you?
Yeah, well, you should coach with me because I'm a student of the game, and 18 plus years since 2005, I've been through market shifts. I have a track record of agents who have doubled their business year over year over year, and ultimately, this is what I love to do, and you'll see it through the first conversation and through years and years of us working together.
Awesome. Thanks for being with us, Lee. Thank you.
Thank you.